Happy Wednesday, Silks. So, a punishment has not yet been decided for you guys, because people apparently don't care and don't want to give their own suggestions. So, I'll probably have one for you of my own creation on Monday. I've been talking with a few friends over the past couple days about some of their previous issues in their theater departments that they're either currently a part of or have been a part of in the past, and I wanted to kind of give my 2 cents on the situation and say what I think are proper ethics and proper standards for any theater department anywhere. And this is also part of the thing I like about theater, is that a lot of these can carry over into normal everyday life. So, here goes nothing. To me, this one seems like an obvious one, but to some people it might not, because, let's face it, some people are divas. But I think that no matter what your role is in a show, it is your duty to treat your fellow cast members with respect, no matter what role you're playing, or anything like that. Because guess what? Just because you might have a lead doesn't mean that you're any more important to the show than someone in the chorus. And also with that, you don't want to alienate yourself from being friends with all the people who might not be up to your level. So think about that. This next one goes for whether you're in rehearsal, or doing set construction, or doing something in the prop shop or anything. Leave the area that you're using cleaner than you found it. Because let me tell you, if you're using a rehearsal space and it slowly gets more and more filthy, your rehearsals are not going to go very well. And if your prop shop is looking a certain way, and you come in, start rummaging through props, and then leave it messier than you found it, you're going to have trouble finding a lot of those props next time you need them. This is one of my personal favorites. Oftentimes, the costume designers and the stage crew and the sound crew and the lights crew kind of get the short end of the stick and don't really get as much recognition as I think they should get. But next time you think about being anything less than pleasant towards some of these people, let me remind you of something. The costume designers and the booth crew and the stage crew decide the actor's fate. Think about it this way. You're about to do a solo. Your first major solo in the show. You may have said something less than pleasant to one of the mic crew people earlier that day. And if your mic just so happened to not work through that whole first solo, you really got no one to blame but yourself there, buddy. And let's say your costume maybe isn't finished in time. Maybe you were not as nice to the costume designer as you should have been. You know, they have a very hard job, just like everyone else who is participating in this show. I think everyone carries a certain amount of weight in a show, and I don't think that anyone is more important than anyone else. The actors are as important as the director, as are important as the costume designers, are as important as everyone else. Just everyone's on the same plane, and I think that oftentimes as actors, we kind of overlook that, and we overlook all the hard work that really goes into doing everything except the acting. So, keep that on your noodle. This next one, do your share of the work. I mean, honestly, I've been to too many things where it's me and maybe 2 other people doing the brunt of the work, and everyone else is just kind of dinking around doing their own thing, and it makes the whole process a whole lot suckier. And it's just not as much fun unless everyone is pulling their weight. And guess what? You choose to do this kind of thing with your time. There's no reason why you shouldn't be trying to have fun with it. I understand that, the social aspect of, conversing with your fellow actors and such is important. But you still need to do your share of the work. Whether that's like memorizing your lines, or making sure you know you're dancing, or making sure that you're helping build the set properly. It is on you to make sure that your part of the workload is accounted for. This one is geared towards the director, and I want you guys to understand something about your directors. Whoever they are throughout the course of your life, pretty much all of them are going to have this in common. Their job is hard. There might be times where you have to deal with a director that is not really all that happy because maybe the show's not in the condition that they want it to be or something like that. Just understand the kind of stress that they are going through and do what you can to help alleviate some of that stress from their shoulders. And it kind of goes with the last thing. Like, if you can make sure to know your lines, your dancing, your blocking, your everything, if you can make sure that you know that, their job will be so much easier. Because think about it this way. A director can only do so much. From the beginning of a show till probably 3/4 of the way through, it is their job to make sure that everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing. That last 1/4 of the time, it is on the actor to know what they are supposed to do. Because from that point on, it's just on you. Yeah, the director can't jump in the middle of one of your performances and make sure something's clean. Doesn't work that way. If it did, most of the shows would suck less everywhere in the world. And lastly, this is something I have personally struggled with for a very long time, and it is the fact that it's more important to be better than yourself when you were last performing than to try and be the best out of everyone. If you're trying to be the best, you're going to be let down a lot. But once you start trying to be better than yourself, then you have the entire world to expand your talents in. It's all a matter of continuing to learn, continuing to grow, and continuing to refine your talents. So make sure that next time you go to audition, say to yourself, you know what? I'm going to be better than I was last time, and I'm going to make sure of it. No matter what part I get, no matter what I have to do for this show, I'm going to do it better than the last time I had to do it. And I guarantee that you guys will be able to see leaps and bounds in your abilities in every aspect of what you want to do. So Silks, that's it for me. Don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you on Friday, and then you'll see me on Monday with your punishment.